Hudson. Uh, Used to be South Florida or Southern Florida. She moved. So here's the thing. I hate people like, no, 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 this is not a hate video. This is, hear me out. I hate people like Karen who, there's a, there's, let me tell you what happened. She and her family had, everyone knew her there in Southern Florida. They did. They knew her there. Well, you got to understand, people in Southern Florida, they grow connections, they're close with each other, you know, they really build a connection. And so in Southern Florida, when you know somebody, you know somebody. You go to you see each other at the same spots. You grow to know each other. It's not just like a place where you just run in. It's your family. And she and her biological family moved from Florida to Georgia and didn't tell anybody. It was a week before a family member found out. Like before they reached out and found out that way. It it's like how can how could someone like that, how could they do that? I hate people like that. I've never done a hate video before. Never. This is not hate speech at all. This is my emotions. This is how I feel. I mean, you're supposed to let people know when you're going to move. I mean, you it's the only common decency thing to do. I mean, she didn't even tell her family, her flesh and blood, all of them, all the people in her household did not tell anybody. And one family member found out a week later. Think on that. Think on that. You grow up with family and you don't tell anybody for a week after they reach out to you. Think of all the friends they left behind. Think of all the children, the family members, the friends, the people at the events that they go to, everything. I mean, if it it's just mind-boggling how you could just leave people nowadays. I mean, think of social media. Think of all the different apps they have out there, and you kept it off of there for it's just to do something like that, to keep a move, a secret. That's just so wrong on so many levels. I mean, it's just you're supposed to let your friends know. You're supposed to let your family know. You're supposed to let people at your everything. I mean, Karen had to have been members of a book club. She had to have been a member of certain organizations. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, just saying an example. Uh, I'm just saying so that you know. I'm letting you know that what she did was wrong. And I mean, I'm saying that even when you know somebody, you don't know all the book clubs they belong to. You don't know all the events and stuff they do. I mean, you only know what they tell you, you know? And I'm just saying that it just uh and they have a right to things like knowing what book clubs they go to and what events they belong to. I mean, some people like Karen, this one in particular, just but a move. That's a big thing, for people to come the next day or whatever and be like, huh? Uh, To move your life. And everybody, I mean, you want to do some research. Find how many interactions people have in their life. You know, how many people they interact with, how many people you know, I mean, you know, it's look into it. It's really, and then when somebody does this, you know, oh, hold on a second, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, when somebody does this, it's just the amount of people you interact with in your daily life, the friendships you make, the people you meet at PTA or events or in the stores or at school events or at the a sporting event, just everybody you meet and get along with, friends, and there's tons of people that she left behind, her and her family, just a whole life of people. You don't tell you're moving, and they have to just, it's horrible. I mean, it's worse than just not talking to them. It's just to just for them to find out that way, you know? It's the worst feeling in the world to just okay, second worst feeling in the world. That uh, so I'm just saying this is the very first video that I did on this sort of thing because it's so much of a betrayal. I mean, it's not just me that this person hurt. It's everybody that they interacted with. Friends, coworkers, everybody. I mean, they it's just for somebody to do that, to just imagine being like, "Hey, I haven't heard from such and such in a while," and you go and you knock on their door, and it's it's not it's I